I think you guys are going to like today's dev stream here. Today, we are going to be giving you guys some updates here from Vanta Productions on their latest and greatest products. We're going to be working with Matthew. Got a great project lined up for you guys, so stick around. Going to be getting started here in about 2 more minutes. And yes, Matthew is with us and he will be speaking, so get ready for a great stream because we are going to be starting up here in just a few minutes. Enjoy the music in the meantime. Alrighty, everybody. Happy Sunday. It's a rare Sunday stream here on FMG TV, but we are back finally with yet another dev stream. And as usual, we have a very special guest with us. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Matthew from Vanta Productions. What's going on?
What's up?
Yes.
Great to be here.
It has been a while since Matthew has been part of the dev streams here as well. And what of YTZ? But yes, there has been a lot of stuff coming out recently for Vanta Productions. So in this stream, as you guys can see, we're going to be taking on our biggest project yet. But before that, Matthew wanted to update you guys on some of the products that he has released since the last dev stream. And trust me when I say some of these products, I cannot speak today, are fantastic. I've been using them for other stages as well. So I believe you have a dedicated game set up for those, if I'm not mistaken.
So to test out the products?
Yeah, for the new stuff. Oh yeah, I see you. I see where you go. You're already on. Yep, there you are.
Yeah, I'm already on Lambo. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and join up on. Oh, what's up, Board?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah,
I saw you here on One Move. So this is One Move Theater. This is a work in progress from Matthew here. I gave him the idea to do this because low key, with me going to this venue in real life here in the fall, I kind of want to have a Roblox variant of it so I can make my own stages and stuff in here. Use it for an upcoming group I'm planning to launch.
Yeah. And what is it? This venue is going to be. We're gonna do the entire event space, which means we're gonna do the full Lumen Field event center, which means you'll have access to the West Hall, and you'll have the main lobby with all the bathrooms. You'll have the upstairs, the office spaces, and of course you'll have the entrances on the side. And I'm planning to kind of incorporate the curtains as well in here. So right before we release this, I'll go ahead and figure out a system to where I can get the curtains in. I'll probably just have the curtains laying above the venue, so if you want to switch it over to WAMU, I can do that as well. And speaking about the risers, I haven't figured out a quite good system for that yet. I'll have to probably make the risers myself.
Yeah.
And we'll have to just like have that in game, just like below the venue, like underground, so you can just slide it up like 100 studs, and it's just there.
Yep. Like all of like all the stuff here at Vanta, it's probably going to be custom made anyways. So.
Yeah. And then one of the biggest challenges in this venue was kind of getting the scale right and colors right as well. So I'm trying my absolute hardest to kind of get everything up to scale. All the beams, I'm trying to do my absolute best. And unlike some of my old products, you won't see the sheer detail in this venue due to the actual lag. Like once I'm done with this event center, there's going to be a lot of parts by itself. So I'll kind of see if I can part optimize everything and kind of add the details as like where I can.
Yeah, because right now you're sitting at 485 parts, which is not bad for this area.
So
but if
really
you're gonna
good.
do the whole thing with like the parking garage, it's gonna get up high up in part counts.
Yep. And honestly, when I start adding in the curtains and the winches that hold the curtains and the HVAC system, it's gonna jump up pretty fast. So I'll have to figure out a system to where I can optimize all of that.
Yeah.
So most likely I'll have to do a custom model of the HVAC system. So I'll upload all the parts, get all the calculations, and put it over to Blender, and then kind of move on from there and then kind of scale it correctly and just keep doing tests and tests to make sure everything fits perfectly so it's all one singular part.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been doing with the pre-rig truss. The pre-rig truss, I modeled everything and I got the individual parts. I did the scale in Roblox. I uploaded a scale block of how wide I wanted it to be, and then I kind of modeled it in Blender according to that block in the dummy model. So it'll be easier to kind of scale everything in a pack to have the entire truss part as one part by itself.
Yeah, makes sense.
And one last little update I want to give y'all. So I have had so many supporters for the PK Sound pack, and I'm glad to give a little announcement. I'll be updating those pretty soon, which means the only update is going to be, I would say, stage monitors and the amplifier panel on the back, because as of right now, I only have a true 1 connector, which just provides power, so it isn't super realistic, and I kind of wanted to take a different approach on that and kind of add in some more realism by adding a better amplifier panel on the back with some more ports, UI, and a new little screen on the back. These won't be functional, and a lot of people have been asking, hey, We're going to be making functional speakers. And like Fordman said, it's a little bit iffy with all the copyright laws from Roblox. So I don't think we'll be releasing that anytime soon,
Yeah, if
to
at
my
all.
knowledge. Yeah, if at all. And I think that's just a little bit of a dark, like a little gray area to where we
Yeah.
don't really know much about that as of now.
Yeah, basically, for those of you guys who aren't aware or haven't been following the Vanta Productions Discord here, some people have been requesting us to make a fully working sound system. The reality of it is, it's really not worth it to put in all the effort to make something like that work, because Roblox runs all audios uploaded through a copyright system, and if it gets matched, it just gets deleted. So there's really no point in using audios. Nowadays, all the groups, all the Roblox EDM groups, they use Discord for their music, which bypasses Roblox audio copyrights at all. And in fact, it actually makes things a lot more realistic, because a lot of times people are mixing on their real world gear like I do. So it's really not worth it, but I know some people want it for like non-Row EDM events too, so it had uses outside of Row EDM pretty much.
And honestly, the biggest thing that I'm seeing nowadays is people are really putting a lot of effort into their systems for their sound. And I kind of want to get some more packs released in the future. We had a VTX line. Somebody wanted me to make a VTX line, and I will obviously go ahead and start modeling that pretty soon. And I'll go ahead and get the L-Acoustics pack, like kind of remodified to the part count, especially because
Yeah.
L-Acoustics in DB pack is one of my highest part count packs I've ever released, other than like actual venues. And that's just a huge issue, because I was planning on doing a event that I was going to release for y'all in a stadium, and it was going to be a Levi's main stage little design, and I had an L-Acoustics system set up, and that is almost over 50,000 parts.
Oh, yeah.
So it is a lot with the amplifiers, the speakers, and it's just a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I really have to kind of part optimize most of my systems now, since I'm really focusing on getting detail with optimization as well. Because number one, my computer can't handle a lot, and I know everyone's computer can only handle a certain amount before it starts lagging. So it is, again, one of our biggest priorities, and I'm really thankful that my admin team has stepped up and notified me about that. So I'm really happy to be releasing some new stuff for y'all with Fortman as well, and I'm so thankful to my admin team that's really stepped up and stepped their game up as well in trying to get me to create better products for y'all.
Yep, pretty much. That's pretty much the goal here. So basically, a TLDR for those of you guys who thought that it was a bit long, which I'm sure some of you guys will be. Matthew, we're going to be optimizing all the speaker packs, the PK, DB, and the L-Acoustics pack to make them less part friendly, especially for events that RF Productions puts on too, because RF Productions, that's probably the biggest group that that could potentially use some of your stuff. Like some of the RF Productions events, like Atmosphere, that Atmosphere event, we use your DB rigs, but we had to remove a lot of the excess parts and details to make it really part friendly, pretty much.
Yeah. And what I noticed is on the Kara rig, the one issue with the part count is those little decals on the side with all the little measurements, like 0 degree, 20 degree, 7 degree, and all of the little directions on it that's based off of the real model. I had to do that in a text editor, so I'll have to go ahead and again scale that down in Blender and kind of get something working on Photoshop, so I can create a little decal image instead of using a Roblox Word plugin and just slapping that on there. So again, a lot of tiny little upgrades we're doing, a lot of big upgrades we're doing as well. And we again have so much planned for y'all, and I really cannot wait to like release all this stuff in the future and in the coming days.
Yes, we got a lot of stuff coming up here, including the star of today's broadcast here, which I promise you guys we are going to get to. But first, YTZ brought up a good point. he says, here's something I recommend. We don't need speaker packs, we need venues. And that's exactly why we're doing the WAMU. And then if you read the title, you'll know what else we're working on as well. But that's exactly why
Exactly.
we're doing WAMU and the Gorge Amphitheater. For those of you guys who, I don't want to offend people, but who just didn't read the title.
Yeah. And honestly, I've had a lot of questions on Baseline Music Hall. That is coming pretty soon. I went ahead and I gave all my supporters, the people who paid for a few items on my website, I gave them a little early access to that, but that's not the super part optimized version. And I have to take out and redo the doors on there as well, and I have to do the lighting system as well. But once I part optimize a few things, like the furniture especially, furniture, I use almost over 2,000 pieces of furniture, and some of them, the tables especially, are more than two parts. So that's not super great, and risers especially, and the stage. I'll have to go ahead and export whatever I have from there into Blender and kind of remodify a few things and get that released to y'all. But again, I think Mille also had a few things he wanted to release, like a club, a 3-floor club, and we'll get all of those things out to y'all shortly. Until then, we're going to be going ahead and working on the Wama Theater and the Gorge today. So,
Yes.
stay tuned.
Yep, it's going to be a great show today. I'm glad you guys are all tuned in here. Kind of a last minute thing. I didn't know when Matthew here was going to be free here, so I wanted to wait for him to say he was free, so that way I could schedule this. So kind of a last minute thing. In a
Yeah.
in the perfect scenario, I would have been notified ahead of time, so that way I could schedule the stream and give you guys more of a heads
Yeah.
up that hey, this is what's going on. But last minute thing here, but we're gonna try to make that a little bit better for next time as well.
And what is it? I've been swarmed with work these past few days. I finally have a job at a firm. I'm also a senior in high school, so that's a lot to do. I've been doing pictures for past football games. I've been also on the team to do live camera work for our LED wall we have set up at our stadium, and being part of the production crew, managing an architecture firm, and doing all of my senior work it's a lot. So a lot of last minute things are going to be happening, but I will promise I will get better in scheduling things with Fordman and with y'all as well.
Yes, exactly. We are even though he's got a lot on his plate, he's still making time to give you guys some great products here, and that's exactly what the plan is here going forward for the rest of the year and into 2026 and beyond as well. Continuing to provide fantastic products, high quality products with minimal part count, so that way you guys can make games that do not lag to hell and back, basically.
Yeah. Also, YTZ, thank you so much. We also love X-Ray too. And trust, we will be revamping everything we have so far. I'm also gonna go ahead and get started on working on a Roblox hub, since a lot of y'all have been asking for that. So it's really come to my attention that Ko-Fi is a little buggy in some places, especially when paying things and trying to download free items. A lot of y'all had said you'll have to like reload the page a few times to get the file to download properly. And I'll go ahead and work with the Ko-Fi team on that, and I'll see if I can move off of Ko-Fi to something a little bit more better Roblox-wise. And honestly, this is like Ko-Fi. I found out about that actually like literally like less than 2 months ago. And it's one of the best platforms out there that's free as of right now. And they don't tax anything other than PayPal, which is what I use. I haven't set up Venmo yet or other items, but so far I really want to get focused on releasing more free items. Again, if y'all are wondering why do we have paid items, the paid items are just custom models that people have asked me to do. And I always make my custom models for free for the person who always asks for it, and I release them to the public because I feel like if one person should have access to it, I feel like everyone should have access. Because again, I was once in my beginner stage in Row EDM and trying to get all the models, and Toolbox wasn't the best place due to all the leaked models, so I'm trying my hardest to support all the smaller creators and the larger creators as well. and I'm seeing if I can get more items released and more stuff modeled as well.
Yep, well, we all started from that one spot too, so believe me, Matthew, if you saw my first ever creations, you would probably scream. They are that
And I'm
ugly.
sure if y'all also saw my first stuff, you would also cry a little bit. A lot of tears would be shed.
Yep,
So trust,
exactly.
again, we've come a long way, and I can't wait to release more products for y'all in the future. As you're
Yes,
seeing right here.
yes, Theater. This is going to be coming here. I'm going to be using this for an upcoming group that I have plans for, which, don't worry, information on that will be coming soon. Right now, we're just trying to get the foundations laid for that, which basically is having Walmart Theater ready and also the Gorge Amphitheater, which we have yet to start on.
Yeah, we should probably get started on that actually.
Yeah, why don't we switch over right now? Because I saw you already have the
Yep.
reference image ready. Wow, that was quick to load. Holy crap.
Yeah. What is it? With the Gorge Amphitheater, we kind of wanted to create the park. Like, that was one of our biggest goals, was to create the entire park. But when I
Yeah.
loaded in the reference picture, since Roblox only has, is it 256 by 256? Or is it like
I
512
don't
by
know what the
512?
limit
Let's
is,
just
to be
study on
honest.
this. Yeah, let me go ahead and unlock the base plate.
Yeah, I don't know what the limit for Roblox images are. All I know is I also tried uploading reference stuff there, and I don't think I could ever get the scaling just right to be perfect with Roblox character scaling, but also looking like as big as the real thing. Because as you guys know,
Yeah.
I have been to the Gorge 3 separate times in the last couple years. Beyond Wonderland 2022 and 23, and then Base King in last year in 2024. And my intentions with this is, I was talking to Matthew about this too, but at first, we want to make the main part of the stage, but then later on down the line, eventually I think what we'll do is we'll expand it to include the other areas where other stages are at, where like Caterpillar's Garden originally was at, and then the base stage for Beyond Wonderland. Eventually, we're going to want to include the whole venue, so that way multi-stage events could potentially happen. All dependent on Roblox Live, of
Exactly.
course.
Yeah.
But for now, the
What is
main
it? And I
area of the
think,
gorge is what we're going for, pretty much.
yeah, again, like when I put in the reference picture, it's 2048 by 2048 studs. So we can't go any bigger than that, which is one of the issues. We have some empty space in the back as well, as you can see, where people start to walk down that hill to enter
Yeah.
the gorge. So I was thinking what we could do is technically just expand this, and let me actually go ahead and check if I can do something real quick. Can I duplicate this?
Yeah, see what you can
Oh,
do.
hell yeah, I can duplicate it. Yep, I can duplicate this. So, what we can do is, if we decide to make like a full park, I can just duplicate the base plate, and we can make it as big as we want.
Yes, exactly. Because my final goal here is to have the whole venue area, not just the main gorge installation, but if I ever host an event where that has multiple stages, like Beyond Wonderland or Base King, and I will want to have the other stages ready for use for like maybe like pre-parties or maybe the first day before the other days are on the main stage.
Exactly.
Sort of like what other groups do. If you've seen what other groups do for similar events, especially the ones that do Ultra Miami, they'll typically
Oh
have
yeah.
the first day or a pre-party on one of the side stages, and then have one of the bigger stages. So, like for example, Ultra, the pre-party was at the of Roblox event groups pre-parties were typically at the worldwide stage. Some groups did the Cove, some groups had the live stage, and then they also had the main stage for the other days. And I kind of want to do
Yeah, and I mean like
yeah.
go ahead.
I kind of want to do something similar with that. Have the full park available. So if I ever wanted to do something like that, obviously in their own separate games, but if I ever wanted to do something like that, it is possible.
Exactly. And what is it? With Amphitheater and the Gorge, there are going to be some custom truss modules. So with the Gorge stage, with the stage model by itself, I'm 90% gonna have to create custom truss segments and models for this, so
Yeah.
one issue is they'll be reused and resold in different packs and found on Toolbox. I don't have an issue since I know that I create most of my own stuff. Like, I'll work with some other creators and they'll model a few things, and then I'll model a few things and we'll put it together and release a joint package. But I know for this project that Portman and I, we're all going to be creating all of our own stuff. Excuse me.
Yep.
My allergies are getting the best of me. So we shouldn't really have an issue with things being leaked or resold, because again, this project won't be available for quite the while, because again, it's not a small project at all by any means.
Yeah.
This is a massive production we're doing.
Yeah. And to give you an idea for what I'm talking about here, let me make sure. Actually, I can just open up Firefox to show you guys this. So to give you an idea, and I know nobody say anything about that voice crack you guys just heard. But no, just to give you an idea for how big the Gorge Amphitheater is, we're gonna go on Google Earth just briefly to show you guys what the Gorge Amphitheater. So this is the full overhead shot of what the Gorge Amphitheater looks like. So this part right here, obviously, that's the base plate that we have currently in game. But my intention with this is to also have this area here where the Base King and Starlight stage would be at. There, the hilltop area / crater area, and then also the new area where the other variant of Caterpillar's Garden was sitting at as well. But to start, it's going to take a while, so to start, it will be a good idea to just stick with the main installation and then later on add on to that, because obviously, as you guys can see, there's also a bunch of buildings over here as well. There's like a bunch of buildings over between where the other stages would be at. And having...
So, I do have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
So did you want to actually go ahead and, when we do the other part of that, did you want to do like all of the buildings as well?
I mean, we could...
Because that's the thing, is part counts would jump up, like shoot up.
Yeah, the part counts would shoot up, definitely. It's like, I mean, we could have a blank canvas as long as all like the grass and like the walkways and stuff are there. I don't really think the buildings are necessarily important, because having been to the Gorge Amphitheater, I can tell you that a lot of these buildings are just food vendors, or when you're coming in from the VIP entrance over on this side, it's mostly all just like pop-up shops and stuff like that. Nothing that's really important to how the group would function in Roblox. Like maybe one or two places for like merch and stuff, but really I don't really see the need to have a billion buildings there, because obviously we got to keep part count into consideration.
Exactly. Also, I did have someone request on the server to make what is it? What was it, Spark? Wait, give me a quick minute.
Yeah, it was in one of the suggestions pages. It was
actually they DM'd me.
I'm looking here because we got people. So basically, here's what we get on our server here. So we have people requesting DB Audio V series, the V series, which is already included technically in the main pack.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then
so
we got people. Yeah, and then we have people requesting that we make something, the JBL stuff, but the JBLs will be perfect for like really small stages.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then some people are also requesting things like the VO series, which, as far as I know, is not included in the DB pack because it's an older pack. And then we also got people requesting Meyer sound, which X-Rave in the prior incarnation of this group, there was a product, the Meyer Audio Panther, but not these older speakers.
Yeah, it's we released a Panther pack.
Yeah, it was a Panther pack that we released. And then people are requesting Function 1s, which we had work in progress in the other group. But yeah, you can see...
I think we had them like halfway done, and then I got super busy working on DB.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot
And
a lot of you
honestly,
guys are requesting some really cool stuff here. So we'll take all of that into
yeah.
consideration, and in the future dev stream, we'll let you know what we're going to be making in the near future, or what's our like longer term stuff we're going to make.
hmm Also, I was thinking of doing like, you know how we have the crater
Oh yeah,
from Lost Lands last year, and then the crater at what is it, Base Canyon this year?
yeah.
I'm waiting for crater at Lost Lands, and I'm gonna see if I can make like a one-to-one model of it, so I can get all those trusses released, so people can add their own lasers to it. And I'm seeing if we can get something like that released. Like, I want to see if we can get like a 360 stage done. We can have like the full acoustics pack in there.
Oh
And
yeah.
one of my questions is, I still wonder why are they using L-acoustics for the crater? Like that's one of my biggest questions. Like
Yeah.
they
I,
have
it,
PK audio everywhere.
yeah. Well, they just upgraded the Starlight stage this year to have PK. Last year they had L acoustic. They had
Yeah.
a Kara 2s and SB 28s. But I think
Yep.
the reason why they use PK for the crater is I think it's better for a 360-degree stage setup. I think PK may have some limitations with having 360-degree sound, because I haven't seen a 360 stage that uses PK audio. And there's probably a
Yeah.
very valid reason why L acoustics is used, because it's better suited for a stage setup in a 360-degree kind of setup
Yep.
there, in ways that PK or DB just can't keep up with.
Yeah. And honestly, have you seen Crater in Lost Lands last year versus
Oh
Base
yeah,
Canyon this year? They upgraded the entire stage and the sound as well. Instead
yeah.
of using K2s, they're using K1s
Mm-hmm.
as front fills. So I can only
I can only imagine how
one of the
much
things I can
bass
imagine how
and
loud.
yeah.
Yep.
But with that
Imagine being
said, we are
front row
rambling
in front
on
of a
quite a
K1.
lot, and we have done pretty much nothing to get started on this.
Oh yeah. We gotta get started on this.
Yeah,
So
we've been
we
live
should
for a half
probably
hour
get
now,
started
and
on
we've
that.
barely done anything. But I mean, to be fair,
I mean,
we both knew that we were going to give you guys updates right at the start, anyways. So
yeah. I mean, it's good to give y'all updates so you all can stay like more in tune with what we're doing. Because again,
yeah,
we don't really post too many updates on our server.
yeah, and not
So
to
one
mention
thing
the
about
last
that is,
major update we had was before the summer started. It was like in the spring.
yeah.
That was the
Mhm.
last time we spoke.
hmm So it's been quite a while since we've
Yep.
really done anything together.
Yeah, and
So
I actually think
go ahead.
I did make a previous attempt at this before, and Matt, you'll remember this last attempt I did for the gorge. It was like
I think you added it. I think you
I
added me
think
to
yeah,
it.
I added you to it. I need to find it in my stage, because as you guys can see, I do a lot of different stages. I've worked on a lot of stages over the years. A lot of them are like older stuff that uses older things here. Where is it? Like there's a Base King and Hilltop stage. I worked with somebody to make that and use that for an event. Bayfront Park thingy. Actually, if I just search. Yeah, here we go. I think I found it. Because there's two of them. You saw that one, and then here's the OG. This is the very first model that I have right here. Yeah, I remember this one. This one I think is the one you're on. Let me check. Yeah, you are on
And
this
actually,
one.
you did a pretty good model of the stage. Wow.
Yeah, well, that was one of my friends really helped me out a bunch on this, so.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's technically a start, but I don't think the sizing is too proper for it, basically.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
honestly, pretty much, y'all got the general idea of like what the stage would be down.
Yeah.
And y'all have
In
like this
theory,
as well.
yeah. In theory, we could just technically use this and upgrade it with all new stuff,
Yeah.
technically.
I think honestly, the main thing that I really would want to upgrade with this is a roof structure, because like, if you look closer towards the stage, like their entire roof structure can slide up and down. So
Really?
it's a portable roof structure, yeah. So they have chain hoists on the top of those large truss poles, and they have it to where the stage roof can slide down. So I actually don't understand why they didn't build a permanent stage structure.
Well, I think,
Like,
well,
that's one of my biggest questions.
yeah, well, I think the reason for that is because obviously up here in the Pacific Northwest, our winters tend to get pretty crazy. Like there was one winter a couple years ago, just after New Year's, we got dumped on with not inches but feet of snow. And could you
Oh,
imagine?
wow.
Could you imagine what if all that snow accumulated on that roof and the roof wasn't up to the weight, up to the task of holding it all, basically?
Yep.
That's probably why they don't have it like this. Now, obviously, I didn't do the best job. The lines, the white lines down here, I didn't do the best job of doing that. Because here, you can see the reference picture that I chose for it, for the stage right here. It's not the best angle of it, per se.
Actually, yours is a little different because, as you can see, front of house, they actually haven't fully put up the tent yet.
Yeah. That's the only downside of this one. This one's literally just called the Gordy Amphitheater. Well, what's the one I did for remastering? Let me look at that. Let me look at the remastered version of it, and we'll...
So your picture is much more clear. I just took mine
Oh.
from Apple Maps.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I remember this now. I remember what we were working. Let me bring this into... Let me bring this guy into this game.
Perfect.
Here we go. I remember this now. Yeah. Let me rotate it real quick. We'll try and get it in line with this structure as best I can if my collisions would be turned off. Oh, what the? Oh, and I had to turn off local space too. There we go. So yeah, this is the initial structure that I had. I don't know how good it is scaling wise with everything, but
Actually, I would say your other model was better with the roof structure wise, especially these T bars, the steel T bars. Y'all had a better structure on there as well.
yeah. Well, I brought this one in because this one I already had grouped into a model. The other one was I never grouped the whole thing.
Yeah. And honestly, what I would say is one of the most biggest concerns that we would have is the flooring, because I feel like that would eat up the part count.
Yeah, let me see how bad this part is. Yeah, this thing is 1,700 parts.
Yeah, so I feel like for our stage, we would definitely need to optimize everything.
Yeah, if we would, honestly, the best part about this, the best thing that we could probably do is maybe make the whole thing from scratch, so that way we can basically keep an eye on the part count, make sure it's not too part heavy.
Exactly.
But we
and
could,
we would really
we
know
could use
what
this.
we're adding to it.
We could use this thing as like a reference for what the general structure looks like, because this is effectively what it looks like. It's just we gotta pay more attention to what the part counts and stuff are like on it while we're making it, pretty much. But yeah, I see you got a dummy here to figure this out. And yeah, that's the other thing. We got to scale this in a way where it looks like the same size as its real life, but also scale it so that way the dummy is about the same size. Because the dummy is like 4 foot, but the average human is 6 feet tall. So we would have
I would say around 5'10".
Yeah, we would need to. Yeah, we would need to have the stage be scaled and the whole venue be scaled in a way where it looks the same as it is in real life, but it is also scaled properly to the size of a dummy, because dummies are shorter. A Roblox character is shorter than a traditional human, pretty much.
Also, I haven't eaten anything today, so I will hop off in a good hour or two to get something to eat.
Yeah, my dinner will probably be ready around 5 o'clock anyway, so that gives us a good hour or so to figure something out with this as well. But yeah,
honestly, I feel like one of our biggest hurdles would be the terrain editor.
Oh yeah, the terrain editor, especially making the mountains,
Lord.
because if I go find a picture, I sent all of the reference pictures that I had.
Yeah, you did.
For this, but let me go find one of those pictures And I want to show you
Do you
guys.
want me to upload a few of the reference pictures into Roblox so we can have them on like walls instead of jumping over tabs?
Yeah, well, I'm just looking for ones that I had here, because I found all of them. So this
Yeah.
right here, this gives you an idea for what the hill is like. It's not all flat, pretty much. It's on a hill. And you have like different, like, I wouldn't really call these staircases, but there's like little rocks.
There's different levels.
Yeah, there's different levels. So think of it like you're at like something like Lumen Field. You have the elevated seating where it raises up higher and higher. This is basically what that is here too. And then I also have some other views. It kind of looks like the 2025 Tomorrowland field.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks similar to what Tomorrowland is. But let me see. Did I have any others that showed this? Yeah, there's this one. There's this side view right here that kind of gives an idea for what the structure looks like as well. There's overhead views. This is what this is interesting. This is what the stage looks like when there's nothing rigged on it. This will be this part here is going to be extremely helpful, as will this picture be too, because this one also shows what it's like without any rigging on it too. But we have options. We have plenty of options for figuring out how we want to make this stage. And the other thing here, when my friend helped me make this, he made this stage wider than it actually is in real life. Because in real life, in the center of it looks more like a square. Here, it looks more like a rectangle.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, again, when we're kind of... Actually, you know what? That's a good point. I probably need to rescale the image. Actually, wait, no, I think the image is fine. We just need to kind of work upwards now.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm looking up at the stage compared to the reference image, and yeah, it definitely looks wider than the actual main structure itself.
Hey, and I got a few cars in here, and I think the image might need to be a little bit smaller, because if you're comparing the dummy to the cars are, like, ginormous compared to the dummy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so if we need to resize that, like I said, we are trying to go for the most accurate version of the gorge ever in Roblox. Other groups have done it before, but it's one of those venues where it's really... I've only ever seen it done, like, once, maybe twice.
Yeah.
But to have a full... Basically, I'm going to spoil my plans right here just for the hell of it. The whole reason we're doing this is because I want to host... I want to make my own group based off of the Gorge Amphitheater. And then in the winter months, we use Wamu Theater for events that take place in like November, December, January, February, maybe into March a little bit before Ultra.
Exactly. Let me go ahead and... I'm only working on rescaling this as of right now.
Yeah, but that's basically... That's basically what my goal is for this, is I want to make this sort of like a group for... Because a lot of groups, they do like all the major events like EDC, Tomorrowland, Ultra Miami. I don't know if any of them have done Untold Festival over in Romania, but Ultra Europe. Also,
oh yeah, that's another good one, yeah.
I haven't seen groups do Creamfields as well.
Actually, I haven't seen groups do Legend Valley.
Oh yeah, Legend
Lands.
Valley. I've seen a couple do Lost Lands as well. A couple groups do Lost Lands, but untapped potential here in a group doing the Gorge Amphitheater, dedicated to the Gorge Amphitheater. That's untapped potential for me because I've been to that venue. I'm going to Wamu Theater here in October. So I'll have the best ways to, I'll have the best point of view, basically, for what kind of events go on there. Have a good idea for what exactly I would need to do to set up some decent events for both of those venues.
Hey, and also I just want to let y'all know, so when I release any sort of venue based off of like a realistic one, like an actual like dedicated venue in real life, a lot of people will start saying, oh, this is not correct, this is not correct. Mind you, I've never been to half of these venues before. And if we have anyone like Fordman, he's been to the venue, he's gonna go to the venue, but the thing is, I live halfway across the country from him.
Yeah.
So we have to really communicate over text and phone and pictures and kind of depict of what we see. And we also really heavily rely on 360-degree views and pictures because I feel like trying to explain how big things are is a huge key in creating all of these models.
Yeah, and exactly. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here in the fall. I mean, obviously, Matthew here, he's got some friends going to some shows at WAMU here within the next month or so.
Yep.
But when I go to it, I'm going to do my best to get pictures of some areas that might not be available online, especially stuff from like the parking lot, because Boo Seattle, Boo is the only one that uses the parking lot for a stage. All the other shows there are just single stage shows for the most part.
And they have a 360-degree view of the East Hall for the parking lot, but it's not detailed.
Yeah, it's like
there's not,
we
like,
need
close-up
highly
pictures
detailed
of
images.
really what's going on.
Yeah, and especially given the lineup and the people that I want to see, I'll be going back and forth between the main stage and the parking lot stage there too. There is a third stage, which is like a house stage, but all the acts that I want to see there aren't. I don't think I'm not foreseeing any of them to be on the house stage. And even if there were in the house stage, I probably still wouldn't go to them anyway, just because it will probably just take a little bit. I don't know what the layout of Boo Seattle is like in the first place because I've never been there. So at least until this year. But yeah.
I mean, honestly, again, Ford, dude, you're a huge help. You live close to the venue, and it's sorry, my mom texted me.
Yep. So yeah, for things like this, it really helps, especially with recreating something like this. So a stage like this, while also being extremely part friendly, to allow for minimal lag here. But yeah, basically, this is I think the base we're going to go off of. The only thing we need to do here is we just need to make it not as wide when we make our version of it, because like I said, my buddy made this one wider for some reason. I think he made it wider to fit more tech on there, but
yeah, again, like everything, I kind of feel like everything is scaled a little bit larger for this one, so it actually fits more things, which is a good thing. That's actually a very good thing. So it allows us to put more items on stage.
Yeah,
I feel like this needs to be a little bit deeper.
Oh yeah, definitely, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing here over the I mean, it's obviously not going to be a one-day project. Recreating a whole venue like this, not just the stage, it's going to take a while.
And I honestly, I can't say this is going to be easy at all. Like, this is gonna be
there's no way this is going to be easy.
Huge project.
Yeah, this is going to be the biggest project Vanta Productions has ever taken on.
That is true. That is true. And again, dude, I'm so thankful for you because like you got all the reference pictures done. You're sending me all the best images. You're getting me all the best depictions of everything. You're telling me what's there. You have all the best pictures, and I think you're honestly the man for the job.
Yep, and not to mention I have pictures of it set up when I'm at the events as well, from Beyond Wonderland and Base King, and so. Yeah, I even have videos from like up close during the day. A lot of them are at night, but some are from during the day. To really drive home the fact that we're trying to make this the most realistic depiction of the gorge you've ever seen.
Let me see if I can do something real quick. There we go. Okay. So, let me find
another thing to note here, not all of the work here is going to be done on a stream. I want to keep some parts of this a surprise for you guys, but at the same time, we want to get you guys involved with the development process of the actual venue itself, and basically show you guys that, hey, this is how we're doing. This is when you can expect it to be done, but this is not when you can expect it to be released, because obviously we have our own release schedules for this stuff too.
Yes. And I'm kind of getting started on doing the general look of like that rock.
Yeah.
So as you can see, like we're getting the grass on the top and then we're getting that rock on the side. But I really have to, I feel like for this specific portion, when I'm actually drawing, I'll have to use like a square.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to use like grass on the top and then, oh wait, not that grass. We'll
Yeah,
probably use
not
this
that
one.
grass.
Yeah,
We
we'll
want,
use this
yeah, we
one.
want this grass right here.
And then what I can do is, let me make this just a little bit taller. Let's make this around that big. So we can do something like this, right?
Yeah.
But then I'm just drawing this as of now, and then when we paint it, we can do that little like, excuse me, that's not the one that I want. We can do like a stone look on that side,
Yeah.
and we can kind of smooth it out with a smoothing brush.
Yeah, because the thing with this is, it's impossible to get it 100% accurate down to the exact materials that are at the venue itself, just because we're restricted by what Roblox offers for textures.
Exactly.
And materials for that matter too.
Yes.
So we gotta work with what Roblox
Like-
provides, but believe me, we are gonna try our best to make this thing like a damn good recreation.
We will trust. And what is it? We're gonna try to get the lighting as well and some more texture packs released. One of my biggest things this year was getting a Vanta Productions texture pack. So I'll be working with a few guys at my firm to see if I can get some custom textures made and see, because I actually don't quite know how to make textures. I made a texture for what is it? The Vanta Productions LED wall, like the little wall rig pack. I made that LED texture, but I just used a bunch of parts in Vectorworks and Photoshop and
Yeah.
kind of like did a 3D visualization of what it would look like. But again, Roblox isn't super great with 3D textures. Actually, they are pretty good with 3D textures, but again, I have to work on it more on my side. So
Yeah.
I'll talk to a few expert people on how to create some good textures and get that pack released out for y'all.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of funny. I was trying to mess around here to try and get like a detailed CDJ 3000 set in for my stages as well. And I just
Yeah.
couldn't figure out the 3D modeling and how to get Roblox to import it properly.
So with Roblox, the only, like the biggest pain in the ass is that 10,000 polygon count.
Yeah, the 10,000 polygon count limit. Yeah, it's like there are some really good
That's-
CDJ sets that are they just look so good, but it's just the only problem is trying to get it in there while staying below that limit.
Exactly. And the thing is, when I was creating the period trust pack, I had a really detailed model that was just like all one part, right?
Yeah.
It would have been one part, but that polygon limit, that's the only thing that made it to not where I couldn't put like pins in it and smaller holes and
Yeah.
details and curves. And that's really what made me a little bit pissed off, is like I wanted to add in so much detail into some products, especially in the models, so it could all be one part, but Roblox just would not let us do that.
Yep.
So hopefully in the future they can raise it to at least like 20,000. Like if they can just add another 10,000 to that, that would be amazing. Like, oh, the detail in the part in my stuff would shoot up.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And then it unlocks like a whole new potential in the world for like more like curved parts and like detailed items. Like it just unlocks like a whole new world for items that we couldn't make before in Roblox.
Yeah, exactly. We just gotta hope they raise that polygon limit, because until they do
Yep.
that, we gotta keep working with what we got.
Exactly.
This is the future.
All right, do you want to get started on doing the hill?
Yeah, the hill is going to be the hardest part of it, because there's literally so much to it. Like you can see, not all of these stair steps. I'm going to call them stair steps because that's effectively what they are, but they're not all the same pretty much. There's some that are like at a really steep angle, some aren't. Some are just,
And some of them were spread out as well.
some of them are spread out too. It's like all of these ones that are over here, that's pretty much all where they're at. The rest of it is just, all on that bottom part. The easiest part of it is going to be making the main hill part of it too, because like this main part of the hill there too. It's just the further we get down, the more complex it gets with obviously making front of house. The Pit area, that's going to be easy to make as well. Getting the lines there, that'll be fairly easy. Stage will take some time to be made as well, but the biggest part of it is going to be these stair steps right here, pretty much.
And I feel like with what we're doing, I feel like the biggest thing would be like the wedges that we're going to use. So my main goal is to incorporate wedges and kind of create that like natural hill so we can draw with that terrain editor on the hill.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. I think that'll be the best option to do, the best way to do it. Because the one group.
Because like, dude, look at this.
Yeah, the one group.
We can easily draw.
The one group that I saw that did the Gorge Amphitheater, I believe this is how they did it. I think they either did it this way, they used wedges, or they used just parts and then just angled them.
Yep.
But wedges are probably going to be our best option here. It doesn't matter what's underneath, as long as it looks the part. Yeah, as long as it looks the part, it'll be great. It'll work. And then
another thing is that we're mainly going to be using is Archimides.
Yeah, Archimides. Yeah, I've used that plenty of times. And then the other thing here, the very top of the hill, where this walkway is up here, that is basically, I wouldn't really say it's level with the roof of the stage itself, but that's about the height we would need to aim for the stage. Because when I walked up there, up to the top of that hill from where the main stage and stuff was at, I was pretty much looking straight ahead. I was looking at the roof of the stage. It may have been ever so slightly taller, but it's hard to tell without a really good reference picture that shows not only the stage, but also the top of the hill in the same picture from the side.
Hey, we literally, look at this. We got our curve down.
Yeah, I see that. That is a really good start. I mean, obviously, we're not going to expect things to be like 100% perfect with the terrain, because this terrain is just so...
Yeah.
It's unforgivable, basically. It's like the way they made this terrain back in the day, what they did was they used they blew off part of a hill and plopped the whole stage there. So this isn't natural. This was man-made, controlled explosions, pretty much.
Yeah. And one thing that I can say is the hill is gonna be, oh lord, we have to figure out the angle.
Yeah, right over here is about kind of where it drops off.
I would say we need to like smooth this part out, because again, isn't there like a gate closer off to the side that prevents people from like going into this like terrained area?
Yeah, this whole area is blocked off. Let me look up at some of my reference images.
Because like you can see like right here, like right where this green stops, I would say that's where the gate is, and that's where it's like restricted access only after that.
Yeah, well, this kind of area right here, so this is where my knowledge comes in here. So these buildings right here in these corners here, these are bathrooms. So this corner, this walkway here is at the top of the hill, and it goes all the way up and around the hill. So they have the fences further back because there's things like bathrooms, concessions up there at the very top of the hill as well. But the thing that makes this a little bit weird to make as well is the hill, this part right here, this is also a walkway. So what you would do, if you wanted to get into the pit, you could either go to the left or to the right once cresting the hill. And then if you came up to the left when you're facing the stage, you would come down this pathway right here, and then you would make a right, and then there's another pathway that would take you down kind of into the pit area as well, which is, it's a weird setup. I'm not gonna lie, it's a strange setup, but that's how you get into the pit area.
Let me actually see if I can do something real quick. Let me duplicate this. That's actually, I'm just going to change this by itself.
Yeah, you can see like there's the walkway that goes right through the middle as well.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what year this reference picture you have on it, because if we go back to the
this
gorge,
is from 2025.
Oh yeah, because like, yeah, if we look at the
truss set up for Base Canyon. as you can see, like I had all the crowd areas done right behind front of house.
Mm. Yeah, but
Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead
because
and
yeah,
work on
looking
this side real quick.
yeah, 'cause looking back at that reference at the reference area that I'm kind of looking at too, um, the walkway. So here's the walkway. Here's the walkway right here. So you come up here, you'll make either left or right. If you go to the left, you can go down there, and then it's hard to see there, but there is a walkway. In fact, if I go here, oh, actually, the next best thing here, we can actually. Google Earth has the 3D terrain, so we can see just how tall the hill is. It just doesn't have the 3D model of the stage.
Oh wait, yeah, that's actually a good idea. Hold up.
3D buildings, but yeah, there's no 3D model of the gorge in
I
Google
thought
Earth.
the 3D model would really help.
Yeah, if they had the 3D model there, that would really help with that.
Scaling everything.
Yeah,
Go ahead
but if I
and
can
up
find a
that
good
scaling.
part from like the side here, like let me try this one. Yeah, this one kind of gives you a good idea. In fact, the hill is actually slightly taller. Actually, yeah. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Yeah,
Is this perfect?
I got the stage, and then I got the hill, the top of the hill, basically in the same picture. And it
Oh
looks like
wow.
the hill is ever so slightly taller than the
Yeah,
the
let me
roof of the
actually go ahead
stage.
and redo that. Yeah, because the stage is going to be pretty tall. So let me
Yeah, the
do
stage
that
is pretty
again.
recessed in there, but the roof is, because it's a hill, and trust me when I say this, that hill is freaking steep.
Yeah. So I would say around like right there.
Yeah. Oh,
I got the little wedge in here.
yeah, I would say, yeah, something about like that, and we could work with it, and we
Yeah.
can work with that a little bit later on.
Let me move the stage forward so we can get, there we go. So I would say this is where the stage would sit height-wise. Like this is like a perfect height that the stage would sit at.
Yeah.
So we can literally like kind of see, oh yeah, I mean like that's, yeah.
Yeah, that will be perfect. You got the height pretty much dead on there. And obviously, like I
Yep.
said, we're probably not going to use this particular base for the gorge, because obviously, as you can see, again, 1,700 parts. We're probably going to make our own one that's probably at most maybe like a couple hundred parts.
Mhm.
But this is just it's basically a stand-in. So until we can figure out what we actually want to do with it.
Exactly.
It's a stand-in.
So let me, I'm probably gonna make all this stuff like clear so you can see a little bit more of it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, good idea.
So I'm gonna make this top portion solid, and I'll make all the wedges kind of clear.
Yeah.
so
Oh,
you can still
YTZ brought up
see.
a good point here. I honestly think you should be using park blocks, but the thing is, park blocks would be harder and bigger. Yeah, that's the other thing there too. I mean, with part blocks, it wouldn't be as thick of a part, but at the same time, we would have to have a lot of them as well.
Yep.
Because of the nature of the way the hill is. The hill isn't completely straight, it's a full curve.
Yeah. 15. Okay, and then what I'll do is back here. Hey, do you know like if this side is a portion like of a hill as well?
Let me. Yeah, I believe this portion is, because usually on this side because usually this side right here, when you're walking in through here, this is typically a VIP area for Beyond Wonderland.
Okay. So let me go ahead.
So let me go back and have a look at my reference at the Google Earth. Actually, I have reference.
Perfect. Then let me go ahead and scale this down to fit the size of the park as well.
Yeah, I want to keep this there. I don't want to lose this because this is really good. But actually, I can zoom in a little bit. So over on that side where that is, where like all the rocks and stuff, that is a VIP area, but
Oh
it's
yeah, I see it.
yeah, you see what I'm talking about? It's just not
Yeah.
as steep as everything else.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, so then I'll probably have to make that just
Yeah, you'll have
I'll have to
to
gradually lower
yeah, gradually
all these
lower it. That would
ledges.
be the best way to go about this. I mean, obviously this right here, there's rocks on either side, there's rocks there and it just kind of drops down, but still.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let me set this back up because we may need this in the future as well.
I think we should keep that one. I would bookmark it.
Yeah. Or actually, what I could do is I could just take a screenshot of it.
Oh yeah, not wrong.
Yeah, I got my
Okay, let me
print
go ahead
got my print
and...
screen here.
Okay, so it kind of got the gradual, like, going down feature of the wedges.
Yeah. I'm
And
gonna
that would
copy
kinda
this
sit
in.
where this is
I'm
at.
copying that and pasting it into our DM so we don't need it.
Perfect.
And then if we need to zoom in on any part of it, I can retake another picture.
Yeah.
Right, who is pinging me?
Something me.
Oh, it's someone else.
Let's see.
It's a streamer going live. And then the other thing we gotta consider here is making it so like it actually looks nice. It's not as jagged, basically.
Yeah, and I feel like with the terrain editor, when we kind of like do all that, it'll smooth over when we use that smoothing tool.
Yeah.
But again, dude, we're not like professional, like
Yeah, we're not
people who make,
professional
like,
stuff. If we were
templates.
professionals, we wouldn't be using Roblox for this.
Like I feel like the guys at Roblox who actually model, you know, all those templates that they do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all the templates that they make, like the laser tag one, those guys are experienced. They're the ones who made the terrain editor feature. They're the guys who basically did everything in the UI. So we're not as experienced to where we can just create a model in Blender, load it in on here. Like I can do scale models, but I don't think I can do as large scale models. Like again, using parts is easier on Roblox.
Yeah.
Rather than having an entire thing. And then we have to worry about polygon count.
Yeah, polygon count, and
count
then not to
huge.
mention part count as well.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, eventually we'll figure out a way to smooth this out. But this is all just temporary.
Yeah.
We're just trying to smooth this out the best we can.
Okay.
And I mean,
would say we
I mean,
got that.
the other thing here is if I go back to the gorge next year for something like Beyond Wonderland, I'll have to. We could always upgrade this in the future as well once I get
Mhm.
more like better reference pictures and stuff the next time I go to the actual gorge amphitheater.
Okay, so I kind of got that gradual like descent from the steeper angle towards the less steep
Yeah.
VIP area.
Yeah, I see
And
what
let me go ahead
I
and
see what
get
you've
these
done there.
edited as well. Kind of editing all this so it kind of like flows smoothly.
Oh
And
yeah.
I think honestly this is one of the best starting points we would have when we're making this model.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, we're gonna have some of the detail there, but if we recreated this one-to-one, we'd be probably dealing with probably tens of thousands of parts.
Yeah. And honestly, I would say when we're done with the full venue, it should sit close to around 10,000 parts or like 9,000 parts.
Yeah,
Like, with
it
the
all
state
just depends on
of
how things go
optimized
with everything.
Yeah. And again, I really want to work this project out like gradually to where we don't just like leave this project when it gets too hard. So what we'll probably end up doing is we'll do this project in segments. Like we'll do the main part first, like Ford was saying. We'll do the main part first, like the gorge and the little hill, and then we'll start working on other parts after once we've really
Yeah.
dialed in all the settings and ideas.
And then the other thing here is I could technically launch the gorge amphitheater group that I'm planning to use this for, but just use the
Mhm.
Wamu Theater for the first couple months of events, so that way we still
Yeah.
we're not in like a rush to get this done. We can really take our time and do like a really good job with it, so that way when it is ready,
Exactly.
it's a seamless switch over from me using the WAMU over to the Gorge for like the spring, summer, early fall events, and then go back to WAMU for a couple events.
Exactly. And I'm 90% sure I'll be done with WAMU by the end of this weekend.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, tomorrow's Labor Day, so.
WAMU... Oh yeah, I have another day to work on this.
Yep, exactly. So chances are you may or may not see another dev stream from us tomorrow.
Yep.
But yeah, either way, because it's getting to be pretty late here in the year, if we're going to transition over to fall, if the Gorge Amphitheater group, if I'm going to do stuff with WAMU as well, I might want to think about a different name instead of just having it be focused on the Gorge Amphitheater. That's the other thing to consider with the group is the naming of it. But I do feel like eventually I could get a good name for it down, but I think I'll just call it I think I might still just call it the Gorge and then have a separate like sub name for it for WAMU events.
Just do like FMG Productions or something, and then I can.
Yeah, I actually that is actually what I just that is actually what I did at first. I did FMP or like for 4-Man Productions. It was 4-Man Productions at first. Then I shortened it to FMP. Then I went to FMP Live, but that group just never really found a good following.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, again, I can sponsor y'all, so I can get y'all venues, assets, I can get y'all anything y'all want, custom models, like, literally
I think I actually do have a Discord for the Gorge Amphitheater already. Either that or I deleted it.
Yeah. Dude, send this, if it's not deleted, send the invite over, and we can go ahead. Dude, I'll literally start working as, like, a staff member as well. And I can help you out with any projects. Let me see,
do I still have it? I don't know if it's still there.
Okay, let's see. I can do that.
Yeah, I think I may have deleted that server. The only thing that comes up when I do that, well, it might be in one of my other, it might be in one of my server group folders. No, it's not.
It's not.
I could easily just make another one. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about it. I can always just make. Yeah, because I still have the archived FMP Live server that I never did that. So yeah, I could probably just. I do in one of my older main servers. I have a server template that I could use for. Yeah, I could probably use. I believe I have a server template. I want to do dev streams too, and before you came with the idea to make your Gorge Amphitheater in July, I made a Sam's production server. It was inspired by RF, but with custom and small sessions. Yeah, that's something else that I'm wanting to do with the kind of group is especially when we get with the Gorge Amphitheater, when we get to like the smaller areas that are more suitable for smaller stages. A lot of the smaller events that we do will be over there for like the smaller stages, and they'll probably be their own separate places. Well, ooh, exactly 2,300 parts of Discord templates.
Perfect. I mean, what is it? So you see all the wedges we have here. When we actually get all the terrain editing done, we're gonna delete all that. So terrain shouldn't really cause lag since it's a built-in.
Yeah, it's a built-in thing in Roblox. We don't have to import anything to that.
Exactly. It acts as one part, so I guess that should be fine. 0.5. Okay.
Yeah, I have a FMG TV 1 backup. Oh, apparently I didn't make a template for that. And before I came to this channel, I used to actually make dev streams, and I stopped. Oh yeah, true. Because the thing with Roblox development is if you don't have a good computer and you want to do dev streams, it's not really going to go well, because not only is your encoder having to do the stream, but your GPU is also having to work with what the server is, with what Roblox is doing as well, on top of trying to get your stream rolling too. I could just go to FMP Live and I'll just make another one and I'll just change up a lot of the channels. I'll just make a template of that, to be honest.
Yo, take a look at the wedges. I made them transparent and turned off shadows so you can kind of see like the graduation of like the gradual incline of the mountain.
Oh yeah, I see what you did there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I have?
So this really kind of gives us like a good reference for this as well.
I have a good computer. It's just having the afraid to talk. Yeah. Yeah, believe me, doing live streams is not the best thing in the world. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do.
I feel like you have to like really dial in your settings like for your computer to optimize whatever softwares you want to run in the background as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is a good point of where we've reached so far.
Yeah.
Like we've really gotten in the mountain and the angle. So I feel like when we do our next stream, we'll kind of have like the base of like the terrain down, so y'all can kind of see like all the grass and how it would actually look.
Yeah. Because I mean, obviously, like I said, we're not all of this stuff we're going to be doing on stream because this is going to be a time-consuming event. Now, I would say at least a month or two, maybe more, which is why in the interim, when I do launch the group, it'll be using the WAMU Theater rather than the actual Gorge Amphitheater.
The Gorge, yeah.
Because not only is WAMU smaller, but it's a good stopgap for events while we're waiting for the main Gorge Amphitheater to be constructed, if you will.
Exactly. To dial in the settings for this one. I actually have to.
But yeah, let me I gotta find where FMP Live is again so I can make a template of that. Okay, there's that. Now let me go and I should be able. Let me go to server settings. I also have some events I want to make, but I'm not sure if there's actually yeah, that's the other thing about this. You've really got to work on making different what's it called? You really got to put in the effort for like getting the word out about the group. Now, I didn't say specifically advertising.
I feel like you just have to have people that you really know that would kind of like support your group. Like, say, like when I started Vanta Productions,
I'm gonna throw this in our DMs
I initially
too.
had, when I had Expert Productions, I initially had Mila in the server, and he kind of helped us to get our name out. He's like, hey, I know these people, I know they're pretty good with their stuff, and then that's kind of how I met Ford as well. Because Ford, he came in pretty early on as well, right?
Yeah, I was on early on. I was here before you released your Eliku 6-pack, actually.
Yeah. So Ford is here like really early as well, and just having like all these close friends to help you out and like kind of spread your name out, use your products in other groups, and really, again, like here, one thing I did was for Vanta Productions was, again, I just said, hey, we're moving over to this server, sent out a few links. That's not how it should work. You should really build connections with people and fans that truly love your stuff.
Yep, exactly. I have a stage that I worked.
And again, you have to be consistent with releasing things as well.
I have a stage that I worked for 1 complete year and it actually looked really good, but I'm not sure if people are actually going to come.
Oh.
And also counting with parts. Yeah. Part counts are exactly what you gotta.
Let's see.
No limit. Alright. Oh.
Dude, and also if you're running like a actual like live event company, again, consistency is key. Like you really have to stay on top of like uploading and like doing a lot of events. And for X-Ray Productions, for the longest time I wanted to do events, but I wasn't consistent, which means I got 0 following for the events.
Yep. There's the invite to
And
the
I
dedicated server I just made too. I gotta go through and redo all the roles and all that kind of stuff, and maybe redo some channels and stuff too. And I need to find like a logo and stuff. That title is not final, by the way. In fact, let me give myself some roles here. Founders. I will set you as founders as well, so you have all the roles necessary.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
YTZ right now it's going to be private because, like I said, we're still in the very early stages of this project here. Eventually, it is going to be public, but right now, we're trying to. We want to get to a spot where we have a venue to use in the interim, so that way we can do that. So that way
Exactly.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hop over onto Wemu now.
Yep, I will switch over too because I need to go feed my cats, and because that should be our priority there. Get
My
Wamu
cat,
done,
actually.
and then once that is done, we can set up the server, and I can start using this for different events and stuff. Because like the other thing here with Wamu, it's one thing I'm finding interesting is since I've never been to Wamu Theater, I don't know exactly where like the actual stage would be in this venue. That's the only thing right there. Well, we will continue with that here in just a moment. Because first, I need to go. Be right back. Gonna go feed the cats real quick. And then we will be back with some more work. This time on Wamu. Well, like I said, the Gord Amphitheater is going to be a longer term project for us. Stay tuned. I'll be back in just a moment. Alrighty guys, things have slightly changed for plans. We're going to wrap up this dev stream here. But we have a start going on the Gordy Amphitheater. As I said right now, our priority right now is the Gorge Amphitheater. I am going to be using some of my free time this week to get the Discord server in order for WAMU. And,
One specific frequency.
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna use this time to get some stuff sorted for WAMU Theater. For the Discord server for this new group venture, and eventually we will be able to start hosting events here. I cannot wait to get back in the Roblox event hosting space with some high quality events and Vanta Productions. With Vanta Productions on board with Matthew, it's going to be great. It is going to be fantastic. Future is bright here. But until then, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Be on the lookout for tomorrow. For tomorrow's dev stream. Till then, thanks for watching. See you guys later.